Today, you'll learn 5 actions to take right now to prepare for the economic meltdown. And number 5 will get your head spinning. Stay tuned. We all see the craziness that's going on right now. But how are you and your loved ones preparing for a potential economic collapse of this economy? If you're like everyone else, probably nothing. But don't feel bad, because almost everything on the mainstream media is showing how people are getting rich in the stock market, how real estate prices are going up. There's a vaccine that's going to save us from corona. You rarely hear or see that there's tens of millions of families who are unemployed and 30 million people on the brink of getting evicted from their homes. You just don't see that in the news. One reason is they don't want you to panic. They don't want to cause a major panic, or it could just be lulling you into a safe sense of security, then pulling the rug out under from you, and then crashing the system and profiting from all your misery. Well, you're in luck, friends, because I'm here to help prepare you for the possible economic meltdown. And I'm going to show you 5 specific actions you could take right now to better prepare you and get ready for this. Come on, so let's go. Number 1, first thing you must do is secure your current revenue stream. Does that mean your job? That means you better secure your job. Take a good look at your job, at your industry, and determine if you're in a safe industry. If not, start looking around, okay? At the same time, you should talk to your boss, talk to your manager, make sure you're doing everything you can to secure your job. Make sure that you are not going to be fired or laid off or anything like that. You could even let them know that you are really worried about the economy and you need this job and you're willing to do anything it takes to secure that position. You'll need a secure income stream so you can make a better plan of what to do next. Number 2, so now that your job is secure, or if it's not secure, you are on the search for more secure or better paying job. Now let's look at home. Take a good inventory of all your expenses. Every single thing, you track it now. You need to know every single cent coming in and every single penny going out. You could do this by using Excel, or there's many different apps that you could use on your phone, like Mint or your bank app, whatever bank you're banking with. I suggest, for ease of understanding, you shift your daily or weekly, all your expenses, your home expenses, to one credit card or one debit card or one app so you could track 100% of your spending. Then you can see exactly what you're spending your money on, if there's recurring expenses, and then be brutal in your expense cutting, okay? Go in there and just slash. Remember, we're on a mission to prepare ourselves and our family for potential potential collapse of the economy. So we have to save every single dollar, every single penny we can. Do this every single week or every single month, again and again, meaning that you review, then cut out, review and cut out, review and cut out. You'll soon realize how much you are spending on pure garbage, on junk that you don't need. Be disciplined and always remind yourself the reason you're doing this, okay? Now let's move on to number 3. Create a realistic bug out plan. What do I mean by that? If the sheet hits the fan, what are you going to do? Where are you going to live? Where are you going to go? If you don't have a bug out plan, you should start enlisting where you can actually go. Meaning, if you have to move in with your parents, a brother or sister, whatever, you should let them know now. Say, hey, this is the situation. Something really bad might happen. And the S hits the fan. Can we work together to get through it together? You do not want to surprise anybody, especially a family member, with, hey, you knock on the door and say, hey, I'm staying with you guys. That will not go over well. Why are we talking about moving in? Because you may need to save money on housing, okay? Meaning that you cannot afford your current rent or your current mortgage, so you either need to move out somewhere cheaper, move in somewhere that's free, or have roommates that come in to live with you. One of my dreams is actually buying a small piece of land and building a little cabin out there, but that's for another video. If you don't have any family or relatives you could live with, then start looking for a low-cost place to stay around your area or even further away. You must have specific, I would say, 3 different cities, specifically with 3 different neighborhoods, and you map it out exactly what you're going to do. If all goes to hell, you're going to go to this place first, then you're going to go to this place second, or, in the next place third. You have to have a specific list with specific numbers of actual rent that you're going to have to pay. You do not want to start researching and looking after the fact. You have to be on the jump right when you have to go. So you have to have it all listed beforehand. Trust me, it's going to be a huge help, and it's not that hard. You could go Zillow, you could go to all these type of real estate sites and apps to start your research now. Those are pretty much all defensive strategies. For point number 4, what we're going to do is create multiple revenue streams. You cannot rely on one revenue stream ever, especially when it is in this type of crisis, in this type of economic environment. Because even if your boss says, hey, Joe, you're fine, all good, our industry is good, at any moment, at any time, your job could be cut and your income could drop to 0. So if you don't have a side hustle, you don't have a side business, be on the lookout for realistic businesses you could start part-time and can earn you some decent money. And when I say decent money, it could just mean extra $50, extra $100 a day. It doesn't have to be $1,000 or $2,000. You start small and you start building up and start scaling. If you guys want me to talk a video on that, I have tons of side hustle businesses that I can share with you. Just let me know. But anyways, be realistic in the different businesses that you look out for, and also be realistic as the time that you need to put into those businesses, and do something that's low cost. Because right now, remember from the earlier points, you do not want to spend money. You want to save money. There's many businesses you could start for under $1,000, under $500, even under $100. Our next and last point, which is number 5, is also on the offensive. And this is where it might sound a little bit crazy, guys, but you should really open your mind, because in really chaotic and very unusual situations also requires unusual solutions. So number 5, leave the country. Yeah, that's right. Leave the country and go somewhere much cheaper. Now, if you can leave the country and keep your job, great, wonderful. But if you can't, you could find a country where you can go and start working, maybe teaching English, doing some online work, online side hustles, doing freelance work overseas. There's tons of places with great Wi-Fi that you could work. And again, because you're doing online freelance, it doesn't matter where you're at. I suggest somewhere in Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, those places, or South America, like Costa Rica, like Colombia, Argentina, Brazil, those places. They could save you a ton of money, could basically cut your expenses more than half, maybe up to 70%, and you could still earn US money if you play your cards right. There's even some countries that are willing to pay you to live there. Sounds unbelievable, but true. Those are my top 5 actions to take right now to prepare for this economic meltdown. If this has been helpful, guys, please smash the like, hit the follow, and leave your comments. It really helps this channel if you guys take a few moments and do that for me. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to continue making these videos for you guys. Take care, guys.